Slow and low, that is the tempo. Man, if I'd have known 6 years ago that I would get the crap kicked out of me all the time and be surrounded by enemies after trying to unite everyone, I don't know if I'd have done it like I did it. Okay, we're looking at the sun, because as goes the sun, so goes the people and the weather. And the sun's pretty much been like a coronal hole 25% of the time, which means we get hit with fast solar wind all the time. What does that mean in layman's terms? Well, I hope you're sitting down for this. It's going to be stormy. Yep, it's going to be stormy on the East Coast. It's going to be stormy on the West Coast. And it's going to be stormy everywhere in between. Although it doesn't look as bad for like Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and whatever these states are. They seem like the Dakotas, but I guess I didn't study that much in geography. Okay, we're looking at mean sea level pressure, and it looks like a lot of pressure, lower pressure, is going to be applied to the West Coast again. Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring up river levels. Let's do that now together. You and I are doing something together. That is wonderful. All right, takes a while to load. How are you doing? What are you wearing? I missed you. Sorry, last day after I found out YouTube demonetized my videos for absolutely no reason, and I slept and licked my wounds. I had a lot of them. My tongue is sore. Okay, so we still have a lot of rivers at high levels and flooding levels on the East Coast and in the middle of the United States. Something to watch out for sure. We don't have a lot of high river levels on the West Coast, so that is good news. So yeah, we're looking at, boom, all of a sudden it's like bingo, bango, jingo, jango. What did I forget to do? I forgot to do something else. I'm rusty. So you take one day off and I'm rusty. But the blue and the purple are like rain and sleep. And I think the pink and peach is mixed. And so, but as you can see, the entire West Coast on the way in is going to be pretty thick with nastiness as far as weather goes. And then we're going to have some storms growing up and throwing up rain and sleet and hail and stuff. And now, this is the wind gusts, shall we say. We will, together. 59 knots. Don't knot me, bro. Man. Anyway, so we're going to get some pretty hectic, nasty winds into Southern California. And that's going to be a pretty big storm. That almost even looks cyclonic, dare I say. Dare I do. But this is the European. We switched to the GFS. And it's got less of a tight center, and it takes it a little more north. So we're definitely going to have to watch this puppy. As you can see, here's our big storm moving out. And then here comes our next storm moving in. And a lot of this moisture is coming from the South Pacific. That's interesting. Now we're going to take a look at the winds and the patterns that have been moving over the United States. Wow, look at that. Watch, there's one little cyclonic wind thingy that kind of sits there. It stays in the middle of all the stuff. See right there? And then it moves up the coast. Oh, there's a couple of them. That is fascinating. Now we're going to look at the FV3GFS. And it's going to tell some cool stuff, I think. Maybe. Who knows? I'm so punch drunk I can't even tell what's north, what's south, what's east, what's west. All I know is if you suggest that people work together to create a beautiful future, a lot of people get pissed off, and those people have a lot of resources. They must have a lot invested in division. They must enjoy unhappiness. That is lame. But I read Nostradamus' quatrains, and he talked about the pain-joy people. Ay caramba. But yeah, as we can see, we got some storms. I should put dates down, add more validity to this. So we're starting over again. Remember, we're in the middle of eclipse season, and we have our full wolf blood moon lunar eclipse happening on the 21st and 22nd. And if you were in the Americas, you should be able to see it. And it's pretty interesting because even when the moon is dark, it doesn't really go dark. It glows like a hot coal. And so I recommend it. But that means people are going to be weird. Like, do you even think about the term lunatic? The first 4 letters in lunatic are Luna, which means moon. So that's where the term lunatic comes from, is from people who act crazy around the full moon. So best to have your guard up. That's a suggestion. You can keep your guard totally down if you want to. It's up to you. I don't know, man. Seems like combat all around me, everywhere I go. And that storm coming up this weekend looks pretty damn nasty. We'll look at it in better terms. And I don't just talk about the weather. I talk to you guys about cool stuff like a collision in the asteroid belt. Last week, astronomers working with the Atlas Project in Hawaii announced an astonishing change to asteroid 6478. Oh yeah, I guess I still run Asteroid Fight Club. Galt. Whoa, like John Galt? I guess he spelled his name differently. The space rock has sprouted its tail. Maybe it's been eating a lot of fried foods. It's now gliding through the asteroid belt, giving every appearance of being a comet. See, people can change and transform. I guess asteroids can too. It is now gliding through the asteroid belt, giving every appearance of being a comet. On January 9th, super astrophotographer Damien Peach of Chelsea, UK, photographed the 6478 Galt and its 400,000 kilometer long tail. Oh, so that's fascinating. You know, I wish we could see much more. Wait, he took that from Earth? Wow, that's crazy. This is the 60-minute sequence of images which I captured using a 20-inch telescope. What happened? A clue may be found in its lineage, in the DNA of asteroids. It's a member of the Phocea family, a swarm of rocks in the inner asteroid belt that formed as a result of inner asteroid collisions. Whatever. You guys are kind of talking out your ass. You don't know. Alright, so, and apparently the other day, auroras, that's what we get when the sun adds a lot of energy into our planet. I'm just checking out some asteroids real quick. Yeah, so the other day we had an asteroid pass real close, almost hit us, but it didn't, so everybody celebrate. Now we're going back to looking at the storms. Okay, great. I missed you. And right now I'm giving you a hug. I can't believe I've survived. I want to thank everybody who has helped me survive and stay alive, and the electricity on, and food in my belly. But as you can see, we're on Wednesday. I don't think the storm, you get some precipitation that'll be hitting and moistening up your soil on Wednesday. And then, boom, Thursday is the day where that big thingy hits, where it could get windy too as well. And it looks like a whole lot of rain coming through to the west coast, which has had problems with mudslides, though not major, and some sinkholes. And then on Saturday is when the storm kicks up and heads over up the coast, and that looks like it is going to be nasty. Yep, it's about 5 days away. Look at that whole line. That is a lot of moisture, man. And then you still got moisture coming into the west coast. That is a nasty rip in the atmosphere of water vapor and moisture. So it's pretty much, we get a storm a weekend on the east coast, and then now the west is getting in on it. And then look, it starts back up again by Wednesday. It's going to hit a lot of the areas that are having river flooding problems. And so we will just keep on running and keep on going and checking it out. And then it's going to get kind of snowy maybe. Who knows? This is all in the future, and models are not in total agreement. But here we're just kind of looking at the action that is moving in together. Okay, I forgot something. Do.
I had dreams, but I forgot them. I think they had to do with women and spaceships. Sounds great, you know? But I don't know. You know how you can kind of remember a dream, but then you kind of can't? That's what I'm talking about here. Oh, it looks like we're getting right into California right now. And this is just the undercard for the big wet fight. And so, yep. Here is the round over the next 2 days, and I think that is Wednesday's storm. That is Thursday's storm. And so, you guys on the West Coast are going to have to keep watching out for this. And then we'll run through here. Boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, boom, boom. So there's the big storm coming up the coast, and it stretches all the way from Greenland down into Mexico. That atmospheric river that continues to keep reoccurring. Then you're getting the high pressure spot up by Alaska, which is forcing the moisture south. Or that's a made-up word, but then, as Thor in Avengers says, all words are made up, which is true. So it looks like a stormy pattern is going to return, just like me. And so everybody be prepared for a bit of weird, wild wackiness. And so we've got some moisture coming on in. So I just want everybody to be prepared and to stay cool. And if you can, help support me at Thor News as I'm undergoing non-stop attacks from every direction. The other day I got my live stream hacked. And then 2 days after that, YouTube demonetized my channel. For absolutely no reason. I have no strikes. I got no warnings. They just said, hey, you're demonetized. And I was like, okay, great. This has continued the escalation. I guess you guys don't want me talking about hurricanes and stuff or everything else that comes with it. And so, if you can support me, I would appreciate it. At the moment, my PayPal is clear, and it appears that donations that go through come to me. So, if you want to continue to support Thor News, I appreciate it. I don't mean to be this needy, and I'm going to do everything I can to survive. So, I love you guys. Please say a prayer for me at the very least. These have been crazy days. I never thought that trying to bring people together would bring me so much trouble. Well, I love you. I have faith in God, and may God bless us all. Just stay cool. Peace out.